Welcome back, everybody. I think you should be there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we back. So let's see. Let's try it. Let me text Jimmy. Tell him to try it now. We got a new broadcast coming out right now. Let me go and see, can I share it so y'all can know I'm here. Let's see. Yeah, I got to share it. I see you back. That is Moody. I don't know what's wrong over there with my man. So everybody, let's share the show again. Jimmy, come on back. Let me get it back. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. I got you back in there, Jimmy. Are you saying something?
We back in the saddle.
Oh, dude, it's going on, boy. Let me tell you something, man. And he had a guest on earlier. I guess me and the guest sapped all the Zeus up out of there. But we back now, y'all. What's up, Jimmy? Talk to me. You was talking about something. What you got?
Oh, shoot. I forgot now. I'm beaming. I'm
logging. Yeah, I'm sharing right now. Hold up.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, I'm sharing.
I'm updating the social
everything.
Media pages. And
that's what I'm doing too. What's up, y'all? We can get it ain't your phone. I don't know what happened, y'all. It was sometimes you can't control this stuff. So, but we back in the saddle right now. That's all that matters. Yeah, I got a new one. Yeah, I got a new feed. I named the new feed. It's got continued on there. If you see the new feed, it's gonna have continued on there. Yes. The new feed gonna have CONT period at the end. So that's the different feed.
And now
I got y'all back in there. Let me see. Let's see. I got something there. Let me see. Let me do my Twitter. Let me do my Twitter too.
Now we can. I got
Come on with it.
I don't know what all you.
No, I ain't did nothing. Go and do your thing. I'm good.
I mean, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
No, we good.
We got NBA talk.
Okay, I haven't talked
there. Miami Heat got a lot of people feeling some kind of way because they've defeated your Boston Celtics in in thrilling fashion regarding to the actual amount of games.
Did you say my Boston Celtics?
I mean, you wasn't necessarily rooting for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
You rooting for Philadelphia on that side.
Yeah. But I rooted for him. I rooted for him a little bit because and then I thought about it. Them sorry ass fans I can't stand up in Boston. So and then it made me say, Robert, why you cheering for them? I was cheering for Joe Mazzulla, and I shouldn't have been. So that's all. I'm back, Jimmy. I'm back to normal now. I'm going with Jimmy Butler.
So after all these black head coaches that was in the playoffs, and we ended up not one of them in the finals at all. That's not a bad thing, but at the same time, these are two teams that not many people wanted to be there. Not many people wanted them to be there. For basketball, you didn't want Miami to be there because of you. Some people. I'm talking about just nominal fans. It's not people that are aligned with those particular cities.
Okay.
Nominal fans wanted to see, let's say, for one reason or another, your Philadelphia's, your Milwaukee, at the beginning of the playoffs.
They were the top teams, Jimmy. They were the most popular teams.
Even a New York would have made the cut of people wanting just nominal fans rooting for the story. And you look around, these guys, Miami, got it out the mud, but they've been getting it out the mud. And Jimmy Butler, he goes, and you can use his plight as a blueprint for like a lot of you guys out there are seeing on lower levels and how you want this respect. How you don't get it twisted. Jimmy Butler is an Olympian. Jimmy Butler is a perennial all-star. But Olympian is a different tag because that doesn't come to many. That's only a select few. And there's some that have been Olympians that we know had no reason being there. There's a walk-on or a money kid on every Olympic team, it seems like, except for the Dream Team. And no, take that back. Oh, scratch that. Christian Laettner was on the Dream Team. Wasn't he, Hatter?
He wasn't no bum though.
Christian Laettner was the money. He
wasn't no bum. I mean, he wasn't no bum. He shouldn't have been on that team, but he wasn't no bum.
He was on every one of those teams. There's one guy you're like, man, and they're doing it for a reason. Okay, our last Olympic team, Harrison Inc. What it is? From Sacramento.
Harrison Barnes, terrible. Yeah.
Harrison Barnes was on the Olympic team.
Right.
He was the money kid.
Right.
He's a kid that he had no. Let me tell you something. Harrison Barnes had done so well with USA basketball. Remember, he played USA basketball through the youth ranks. They loved him so much. Yeah. That was his reward. That's what I'm just saying in my personal belief. If you look back on it, understand the why.
What about Draymond Green? He was a money kid back then too.
But
he get no minutes.
But when Draymond first was selected,
yeah, Steph was on the team.
Steph was on there. Yeah, it was Steph, but no Clay, I think. But when you get to realize, and if you ever wondered why some guys get on the Olympic team and they're not playing a lot of minutes for USA, and they are perfectly healthy. Don't get it twisted now. LeBron is probably gonna come to this next Olympic team as a swan song to the world. That's going to probably be his swan song to the world because that'll be his last Olympics. And we would expect for LeBron not to play many minutes. That's self-imposed. He's just going to be out there, he's going to be a 12th guy on the team that's going to be coaching the team. Kind of, we had one like that a couple of years ago. I think it might have was about 8 years ago. One of the guys, I don't know what it was, Tim Duncan or somebody was on the team. They just was coaching the team, didn't play much. But my point is this. When you get the collection of talent together, regardless of level, and they're playing that many games, they're together for 2 months, and it comes out and you see minutes per game, and they start, at first you're going to see different guys wrestling in and out of the lineup. Then by the time they get to bracket play, the rotation is set. If that guy doesn't make that rotation, then guess what? Trust and believe that through all those tests of time, he just wasn't good enough right then. I'm talking about if he's healthy. Now, if he's healthy, he's just not good enough right then. He could be your favorite player in the NBA. But when all those dudes get together, it's more to it. The egos are on premium. Those guys are banding together. Them people, because you don't realize, I've heard stories, and how I know you've heard stories before as well. Them people around the country be trying to tear our ass off the bone.
I mean, people around the world.
I say around the country, around the world. Mm-hmm. They be seriously.
Yeah.
It's serious.
David versus Goliath.
And whether it be Spain, whether it be Russia, well, they don't have a team like that no more for them to compete. But you guys know
Serbia,
Venezuela, Argentina,
Spain, Italy. These got Greece. These guys be trying to come at our head now.
And they're also, a lot of them are also playing. That's their audition.
France, Jimmy.
I mentioned France a while ago.
Yeah, France. Tony Parker and them be trying to tell. Yeah. But the world is smaller now. But that's the unique thing. But and that's why I was telling people about the Ja Morant situation. Ja Morant is the headline. I talked to USA Basketball. Ja Morant is their hope, Jimmy. He their man. He their number one man. So they behind the scenes been trying to troubleshoot to help him too. And man, this stuff is serious. I mean, we think of him as a player who had a gun, but they think of him as a brand for America. Ja Morant. Jimmy, don't you know Nike has already thought up what jars he gonna wear? JJ, whatever he gonna wear in the Olympics. You know how they think ahead of time. They got a whole campaign. If you had went to you should have saw that stuff they did at the All-Star game. Oh my God, they built a big old igloo, like you in not a tropical a frozen paradise in the snow. Bringing your jaws come down on an ice chute. Nike do that, man. These people putting a lot of stuff, but USA Basketball, man. Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, and I guess Jaylen Brown. I guess Jaylen Brown, and those are our three. Hope Zion Williamson, if he ever, because he probably can't never go because the people scared he might get hurt.
You got Zion, you got Trey, you got Donovan Mitchell. These are the next guys up. These young,
don't forget I'm gonna tell you what they've been talking about.
He's definitely part of that next.
Who?
Ant Edwards, Ant-Man.
Yeah, Brian Ingram. Ingram. What is his name?
Brandon
Ingram. Yeah, they like him. They talking about him. Oh, yeah. They say he would do well in international ball.
And so, but I think those guys is going to be intriguing because this next year's Olympics is right at the point where we're at the out with the old, in with the new gray area. So a lot of these older guys, are they going to go and give it one more go? Will you see?
I hope not.
I'm just saying though, but understand that's up to them though, Howard.
I know. I hope they set their old ass down. LeBron go home. Kevin Durant go home. All of them. Just go sit down, man.
Remember what happened the last time?
That's all right. That's all right.
Last time that happened?
That's
when
all right.
When the old sit down and the new came in?
Yeah, but them news ain't good as these news.
No, that's bull. Yeah, no. Don't you say that. No.
No. Well, I put it like this. The world's teams ain't better than our teams no more. That's all I'm saying. Dude, LeBron James and Kevin Durant gonna take up 2 spots, man. Set their old ass at home.
Kyrie.
No, you got to keep Steph, though.
Kyrie, Steph. These are all old heads.
I don't want Steph. I don't want Kyrie. I take Steph.
Kyrie is good in international play.
Yeah, but I don't want him right now. His head ain't right now. his mind.
His head ain't right, but Ja Morant head right? Yeah,
but Ja just had a pistol. Ja like guns.
How many times?
He like them a lot. Jimmy, they follow me around enough they might see some. So, Jimmy, but I ain't in the NBA. Let me tell you something. I ain't mad at y'all. I'm just mad as this. I just wish I could talk to him. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I tell him. I ain't mad at y'all. But see, hold up. Kyrie ain't got the USA Basketball behind him. Kyrie ain't got Nike behind him. Kyrie ain't got no max contract right now. Kyrie ain't got Powerade. Kyrie ain't got none of that no more. I'm talking about Ja Morant. Ja Morant, man. No. Ja Morant. All of these brands follow him all over the world, Jim. Think about it. All these brands I'm telling you about follow him all over the world. That's the bang. Jimmy, this work, this business, y'all the Kyrie. But I keep Steph because you always got to have shooting. But I ain't gonna lie, I leave LeBron and KD old ass home.
No.
I say I would. That's why I would.
LeBron is ratings.
Yeah, but Jimmy, I'm glad you said that. He ain't in the playoffs right now, right? He ain't in nothing right now, right? Let me see. This is what I read. They sent me this today. They said this Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7, was the highest viewed Eastern Conference Finals ever on TNT. Ever. And LeBron was nowhere in the picture. This game the other night, without LeBron, without KD, without Embiid, was the highest ever on TNT.
Yeah, that's all we had. That's all we had.
I understand. You don't have to watch it.
That's
But
all
guess
we
what?
had.
So when we go over there, that's gonna be all. We ain't got to take LeBron. Y'all love him. Yeah, see y'all so nostalgic. Oh, we got to have LeBron. I mean, hold up. If y'all get him, I said, no, y'all notice what I said. I wouldn't take his old ass. I wouldn't. That's all. Stay at home.
You can't let your disdain for LeBron James.
I don't dislike these. No. I'm not gonna let you say that.
You just mentioned what Nike had in store for Ja Morant. It's dwarfed by what Nike would have in store for LeBron James.
I'm telling you,
on the very last.
It's not disdain for LeBron. I'm just letting you know. See, y'all just won't let go. Sometimes you just don't want to let go. Y'all love to keep them old ass clothes, them old ass. No, dude, man, let that old shit.
LeBron is playing with house money right now.
But he's 100 years old, 20 years. He don't need to be there.
He won a stack. Went to the restroom, put it in the bottom of his shoe. He's still playing with another stack right now. He already won. He came in the house with $100. He got a stack in the bottom of both of his shoes. And he played, so he done tied them shoes up, came back out the restroom, got a stack in his hand, and that's his miss stack right there. The miss.
Jim, all I'm telling you, at some point, y'all gonna have to just let go, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not hating. I ain't got no disdain for LeBron James. No.
In this situation, you understand, Carmelo Anthony had a swan song with the Olympics. They let him come back. Remember, and he ended up being serviceable. Charles Barkley had a swan song.
Y'all can hear me. You ain't hear me.
This is his swan song.
Listen to me. I ain't telling y'all not to pick him. Don't try to convince me. I just don't want him on my team. I'm not trying to convince you to take him off. You're trying to convince me to put him on. You're not going to convince me. I don't have no disdain for him. I know I'm going to lose LeBron soon. I've appreciated his career. I love his career. But guess what, y'all? Michael Jordan, the game stopped. Magic Johnson, the game stopped. I love them too. I was sick. But guess what? If the game gonna stop, man, for you. And that's all I'm saying. Y'all got the LeBron. Y'all want to hold on for him one more time. Y'all want to hold on. He want him to play with his son. Y'all want him. Y'all just, oh my God, y'all love that man so bad. It's just unbelievable. Y'all love it.
Dude, we understand something. If he's a player that if a person is, let's say, 40 years old or above, then they grew up watching it step by step. And many of those early steps, it was met with heavy criticism from the white media that was primarily the white media, and half of the black media criticizing and doubting if this kid would ever live up to the hype. There's never been, I don't think, in modern day history, a single player that has came through the reins and have lived up to the hype that was placed upon him.
He's great.
Regardless of sport, in America, that is, than this dude. And then you go in, those that were privy enough to understand the conditions and of what he came from prior to the end. Understand, he ain't the first to have to be a single parent mom, but man, when you start realizing getting it out the mud.
It's the greatest story ever. That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
The movie is still going on. Hannah, listen. We don't know how this movie is going to end. That's all I keep saying to everybody. People's like, they're comparing them and comparing it. And I was talking, I think Sandra asked George Raveling a couple of weeks ago, because she was consumed back when the Lakers were in the playoffs and they were rolling. And everybody came, every now and then people find it convenient to start that comparison, that MJ Bron stuff. And I think George might have provided the best answer, an inspiring answer, a wake-up answer, like one of those answers that make you just wake up. And she asked him, George, well, obviously, the Michael Jordan story with George Raveling. And you was there when LeBron. He was over the grassroots division when LeBron was coming through the shoot. So it was, and I was right there watching when LeBron came to All American camp, in Indianapolis, Indiana, back in 2002. And so she asked him, "What do you think? Who's the best? What you think, Coach?" And George says, "They both are great in their own right, but I don't compare black men." This is what George said to her. And when and I'm sitting in my mouth, I'm like, wow, that ain't, and it wasn't an escape. He wasn't saying that as an excuse. Like some people don't want to.
I've been saying that on the show, Jimmy, for how many years? I never got into that comparison. I don't even like to talk about it.
We say I don't compare black men. And now you start thinking, white folk ain't comparing Tom Brady and Brett Favre and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. They ain't comparing him and Johnny Unitas right now, and him and now even with Aaron Rodgers going to the New York Jets, you don't hear ain't a whole bunch of conversation about is he gonna be better than what's my guy name that wore the Manx back in the days, the quarterback for the Jets,
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. Is he gonna? Think about it, they're not comparing Aaron Rodgers to Joe Namath right now. We and people know we are the ones who get consumed with supreme comparisons of our people. And guess what? I'm not saying for you not to do it. I'm just saying to make yourself more consciously aware when you get into those infinite debates. And they've often led to physical confrontations.
A dude shot a dude they was arguing over this the other day.
Oh, stupid as hell.
Shot and killed his friend they was arguing over. These dudes, Michael and I tell people on this show for years, I don't compare these two guys. That's not fair. I don't like to compare nobody. Especially black men. Thank you, George, for saying it. Maybe they hear you. But I've been saying this for years. I don't like to get in the comparison game. I just don't. I told y'all, I've had the unique advantage of watching both of these guys up close. Michael Jordan and LeBron James up close. Watch them work out. Watch them how they prepare before the show. Watch them, the people around them. Watch them. I saw all of this, man. All these years I've been in this business. Moses Mays will tell you. I'm glad Moses Mays on here. They both both of them great. But this stuff LeBron doing, what you say, because I think you were saying the book still hasn't been finished. It's not finished. All I'm saying is about the Olympic team. I know it's gonna be a time. LeBron, if he just say he want to do it, I wouldn't put him on the team. I wouldn't pay. Like I was telling y'all about people talking about James Harden coming back to Houston. What'd I tell y'all, everybody? I don't want him to come back to Houston at all, because I just don't think that people appreciate him. LeBron James, I want to see these young guys go and play, because it's going to be a time. Michael Jordan had to quit. I was there when Michael stopped. I was there when Magic stopped. I was there when Robert Horry stopped. I was there when Penny stopped. I was there when Jason Kidd stopped. I was there. This stuff gonna happen. Life, y'all, goes on. We are what I'm gonna let y'all know. The reason I mentioned those ratings a minute ago, not to talk negative about LeBron. I was just letting y'all know the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7 was the highest viewed Eastern Conference Finals game ever on TNT. All I'm saying is the game is in good hands. Y'all just won't let go. The game is in good hands in the future. That's all.
It was Game 7. When is the last time there's been a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I don't know, but they just said, I don't know when it was. But I know everybody was watching it. Even y'all don't understand, basketball has become pop. The game, listen, when LeBron leaves, Jimmy, this game gonna still go on. I know you don't believe it because you're asking all these questions. when LeBron leave this game, and he's gonna leave, basketball gonna still be all right. Guess what? TNT, ABC, all them people gonna be lined up to give these people a boatload of money. A boatload of money to broadcast this game. And guess what? The salary is gonna go up. So LeBron, he did great. All LeBron did, I love about him, he took the baton. They didn't light no torch and extinguish nobody's torches. They just passed the baton. See, when you know how the people told you to pass the torch, you didn't want to pass the torch. No, we got to, in our generation, we got to pass the baton. Somebody else got to run the next leg. LeBron can't run this next leg, Jimmy. Somebody else got to, and y'all just got to understand that he's not gonna be there forever. He's gonna be a time. When Michael left, when Penny had to quit, I was sick. But now I see the game now. I said, man, if those guys can leave and the game will be in good hands without LeBron James. I'm just helping y'all out. So y'all won't be going crazy about it. What else we got?
Yeah.
Hey, Ruth Thompson, how you doing?
We have I mentioned a little bit about the Olympic team a while ago, and one of the things I want to take that down to the amateur sector when you have a lot of these select basketball teams are basically consolidations of various players who were at various schools who was the red ant in their respective ant bed. They were the man. Wherever they came, wherever they played, they was first team, all region, some cases maybe even all state. And you group all these kids together. And the thing with none of them, in some cases, there's going to be at least two or more on every team when you start the summer basketball that has never rode the bench, that never not started a game in their life. When you get them the groups of players together, it's gonna always be one that has never not started in his life, whether it be in the 9th grade, whether it be in the 7th grade, whether it be in the 10th grade, not started. So then as they go and you get all these stars, they have practices together, they playing games together, and then eventually the rotation come, and a lot of these platforms have statistics, and you can see the minutes per game, and then people back home wonder, hey man, why little Johnny ain't playing much? And then people make excuses. They say, well, man, they ain't using him right. Coach don't know what he's doing. Coach playing daddy ball. I'm just trying to think of some of the excuses that people may use up instead of the real reason. And in many cases, in most, little Johnny just might not be good enough right now. Right now. Just might not be good enough right now. And I'm looking at what brings me. We see a lot of guys in high school. They played in the scholastic seasons, and they were crackheads, and we would go and we say, "Oh man, I went and saw this dude. Man, he just dropped that dude. Hey, I don't know why. You can't tell me they ain't 30 guys that there's 30 more or 100 more in the country ranked higher than this dude after what I just seen him do." Now, mind you, you didn't take account into who he was doing it against. And so what I want to talk about is the EYBL today. The EYBL, Elite Youth Basketball League. They just finished their league play for this year. And shortly they'll be naming the finalists for the field of 24 teams for Peace Jam, which takes place in North Augusta, South Carolina, which is on the border of the Georgia, South Carolina, their states. A lot of names, how do we see in playing on these teams? Played varsity was the man, and we get here and we have to listen year after year with reasons or excuses that people will want you to float their narratives as to why these kids aren't performing. what's expected of them. The thing is, if you're ranked high, no matter whose ranking poll it may be, then the expectations are increased, to say the least, of that particular player. And that's where it starts at, and it avalanches. The more you go, if you have a great game, then people expect you to have another great game, because greatness is what's attained over a period of time it proves that there's indeed levels. Last year, we didn't have a single player from the area make the McDonald's All-American game. This year, of course, the state of Texas, I'm talking about we meaning greater Houston. The state of Texas, we had 2. This year, or this coming year, the McDonald game has decided to return to Houston again. So what I'm doing, I'm looking to find who are the candidates. And it starts right here. It really starts with USA basketball. That's a layer that you can get but understand, politics is part of everything. You can get anointed or get the opportunity to go and try out for one of those teams along the way. They have at least 3 tryouts per year. Trials, whatever you want to call it.
But you have to be invited though.
You got to, and how a lot of those kids get invited. Some roll over from the previous year. Once you get anointed, you're in, right? But then others, some of the staff may be at certain events and they see somebody and they like what they see on and off the court. They're watching everything. And you may get an invite. Then you have a little fraction of a 10 percentile. That's part of the politics. That's of everything. So if you don't get in USA basketball, it's no problem. You still have a chance to go and move that needle for the McDonald game. That's a whole different concept. So who is our best candidates from the class of 2024 from this area? Our best candidate. I mean, like realistically, right now, who are they? We're talking about the 24. It's only 24 players. And it would be sad if that thing was in Houston 2 years in a row and we didn't have not one player in those 2 years. That's a hell of a statement for such a talent-rich area. Understand, Wesley Yates III, yes, he was good enough, but politics just wasn't in his side. And it happens. He's not the first, not the last. But at the same time, I asked the guys in this area that truly has a chance. Kevin Freedman, he puts no name on it. I'm asking you guys right now, list a name that you think is a legitimate McDonald's All-American candidate. Or names. It ain't got to be one. Who do you really honestly think has a chance, a realistic chance?
I haven't seen enough of them.
And so Alfio and Kevin, we only have one name that they're talking about now. Alfio says Robert Miller III. Mm-hmm. Kevin Freedman says Robert Miller. And Ken Dean just says, honestly, there won't be one from Houston.
I haven't seen enough of the people around the country to know. I mean, even, but you saying one, I would have to say Robert Miller is the best player I've seen around here that I've seen. And that was before this summer. I said this when I told you I went over to the gym. I went over to Hot Tower Gym and I said, and I kept hearing people talking about what he wasn't. When I went over there, I said, I think I came on the show and talked about him on that Monday. I said, wow, this dude, Robert Miller, this was last in fall league, Jamie. So I said, he was different. I just he was different. So I haven't seen enough of the other guys to say, honestly say, but I would have to say in Houston, our best chance would be Robert Miller. So at Houston. Until I find out, and I hope somebody tell me something different. So don't be mad that said Robert Hatter didn't say nobody but Robert Miller. I haven't seen enough of the other kids, mamas and daddies. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw him, the first time I saw him, I said, that's mine, right? That's my dude, right? And he got the same name. Come on. Hey, shit. Then Robert's pretty good. So yes, I got Robert Miller. I mean, who else?
So, and after your remind, he's 6'11" right now. We're gonna talk about Robert Miller, and I wanna talk about this. Y'all can share the show right now.
Yeah, share the show. Let's talk.
I want to get into this, and it's 45 minutes past the hour. 45 minutes past the hour. Share the show right now, because you know how people get when you get to talking about their babies. Let's let them know that we're gonna have a good talk right now.
I like what Ken Dean just said, because I ain't seen it, but Ken, he said he wasn't dominant. He didn't dominate the talent. I thought Jimmy, every time he had 30-something, 20 rebounds.
Let me see. He's already ranked way too high, and he hasn't really dominated true competition this summer. The Deal's goal was not that good, and if you look at his stats with Liv over the weekend, he didn't perform at the par. I love his game, but facts are the facts.
He played with Liv this.
Here's what I want to get on. Yes, when we talking about him.
What is Liv? Live on? You talking about Live on? Okay.
So,
wow.
Let me take a deep breath on this, because I'm real high on Robert.
I'm stepping back. I'm a step back.
I'm really high on Robert Miller, based on his counterparts and based on in comparison to his peers.
Okay.
In Greater Houston.
Okay. All right. Let's go. All right.
I'm high on Robert Miller in comparison to his peers in the state of Texas.
Okay.
At his position.
Gotcha. That's important. That's important when you McDonald's too, Jim. But keep going.
Yes. Yeah. So,
what position Miller, he got, Jim? What position he call him? What position?
Right now, you can call him. He's a 5'4".
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because he has shown the ability to step out, face up, hit three. I remember I watched him last time I saw him in person. He was playing at College Station in Bryan High School, stepped out, hit 5 threes in the first half, 21 points in the first half of that game. They dominated. And it was, guess what? The team, TJ Ford beat this team, and the team hadn't won but maybe one game all spring who they played against. That's why I always tell you guys, it ain't the kid's fault, but do factor in who you are doing it against. So that means Robert Miller did what he better had done against other kids who many people as a collection deem was not good enough to play on the main sneaker circuit. You follow me? I want y'all to follow me now. I'm not saying every kid on the team didn't get an offer or an invite to go play with a sneaker team. I didn't say that. I say collectively, meaning the majority of those players were not good enough in many cases to represent their local sneaker or their area regional sneaker sponsored team. Robert Miller agreed to play with Live On this past weekend. They was in Memphis. And the Live On team had
they ain't gonna even make it. They making it. They making it.
No.
They ain't making it a piece down.
Going into the weekend, they were 4 and 8.
Why he choose to play on that team?
That's the only question that him and his family can answer. I don't know.
I'm gonna leave it because these folks get too sensitive.
So now he gets on this team. Remember, he played with them last year also. So that may be one reason. You played with them.
Okay. Well, Jimmy, you got to, Jimmy. There's these business decisions you got to make.
Well, if
I don't care if I played with their ass last year. If they ain't got a chance to make it a piece down, I ain't finna play with them.
No, they had a chance to make it. Had they won out, they would have.
Oh, they had to win out. Yes. Okay. Help me out. I'm sorry.
They were 8. I said what? 8 and I'm sorry, 4-8 going into this last weekend.
Okay.
Right? So that means you had 5 games to play. Right? 9 wins. You win them 5 games, 9 wins could have got you in. Probably.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
So you playing on hope. So here's the deal. First game, Robert Miller plays. Mm-hmm. It's on the 27th. They played against Boo Williams.
Okay.
Boo Williams is a team that finished 10-7, and they finished in 9th place. That was a team that you, at the time, you were battling with Boo Williams for one of those last spots, last at-large.
Right? So you got to beat them.
The game goes into overtime.
Okay.
Boo Williams wins by 6 in overtime. Robert Miller, his stat line, he played 18 minutes. He had 7 turnovers in 18 minutes. 0 for 5 from the free throw line. 3 for 4 from the field. 3 block shots, 2 steals, 6 points. 6 points. 3 rebounds. That was the first.
I'm gonna take myself off the screen right now.
No. It's not nothing bad. It is. That's what I'm
saying.
No,
Jimmy, no. Ken Dean, I was getting mad what Ken Dean said a minute ago about it.
No, I mean, guess what, man? It's like this.
Okay, man. Well, keep telling me, man. I can't go play. I can't have no 6 points.
Okay.
I think he's great. See, y'all don't understand, man. I'm talking from a basketball player coming from. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna have 6 points. But keep going. I'm sorry. Come on.
Okay. Next game they played that afternoon, same day. They came up and played against Team Final. Adam. Now, Team Final is the best team in the EYBL this year.
Okay.
They have been rolling.
They've been rolling. Okay.
However, fourth quarter came. It's a 1-point game to start the fourth quarter off. It's a 1-point game. Start the fourth quarter. And Live On lost by 4. Competitive game, they lost by 4. Check this out. So what's the stat line for Robert Miller? He played 19 minutes this game, played 18 minutes the first game. He only had 1 turnover this game, which is a drastic improvement over 7 turnovers the first game, right? He had 3 block shots, which is on par. That means now you got 6 block shots in 2 games. So your presence as a rim protector has been established. A pattern has been established in 2 games. He didn't shoot a single free throw. He had 6 rebounds, 2 points, Hal. 2 points.
I'm not enjoying this conversation right now. Keep going. I'm just telling you. I'm not enjoying.
So the third game, that means I got phone calls from people all up in New Memphis, and everybody getting on me because everybody that knows how high I am on Robert Miller III. Everybody knows this is the guy. I'm saying, well, look, this is going to be the guy, because then I tell you guys, Jared Harris, and you know, you can sit this one out right now. We're talking about the big fella, Robert Miller, right now. Third, so that means I'm like, man, that's all I can say is there's 3 more games left. You getting on me?
Jimmy, he didn't take but 4 shots now. You gonna tell me that first game he didn't take but 4 shots? I'm gonna take up for my boy. He didn't take but 4 shots, Jimmy, to get them 6 points. You got to give me that now. I'm thinking he took 100 shots and he gets 6. No, that first game.
Had it. They lost by 6. How many turnovers did he have? Plus, how many free throws did he
I got,
miss?
I got it. Okay. I
You
didn't
got to
want to
do
look.
accountability.
I didn't want to look over there at that.
Yeah, he was over, and this is not bad. It's just a teachable moment.
I know, but that's my dude.
He was 0 for 5 from the free throw line.
Jimmy,
Combined with
hold up, Jimmy, forget him. Can I interject? You shouldn't have showed me. I didn't want to go here. But who are all these other people shooting all the damn balls? Somebody shot 15 shots. Somebody shot 10 shots. Somebody shot 8. Somebody shot 6. Somebody had 14. All of these people had more shots than Robert Miller. Oh, but they've been on the team the longest.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have got on that team then. Okay, keep talking. Let me just mind my business.
You playing Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah, I'm playing Monday morning quarterback.
So the third game, he wake up, fresh day, laces him up, and comes out there, and this is the Robert Miller that many of us have seen in Houston. They're playing against another team from Texas, which has a little inner battle to it. That's also battling for one of those spots to make it to Peach Jam. It's like a must-win for both of these teams. It's Drive Nation, right? So you're playing against Drive Nation, and this game here is decided by 1 point. Live On loses again, their third straight loss. However, Robert Miller played 20 minutes, 2 turnovers, only 1 block, 7 rebounds, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 for 8 from the field, and he finished with 17 points. The most points of those other 2 games combined by him. So now he's shining. So now I say, my fingers itching. I want to call some of them guys back. It was 3 of them that were jugging at me. I want to call each one of them back and just say, hey, how Robert Miller do? I said, no, I'm going to wait. He got another game left. I'm going to wait. He comes back that evening, and they played against the Skill Factory. The Skill Factory had only won 1 game the entire summer at that time.
Yeah, they terrible. I heard. I think they let me play on their team right now.
And they beat Live On by 1 point. Another 1 point loss for Live On. Robert Miller there's no stats recorded, didn't play that game. My sources tell me that it was just a precaution. Something about his knee. Wasn't hurt, but something about his knee. So that day is over, right? Now we go on to the third day of action. Live On is playing Team Mello, who's also one of the top 5 teams in the EY on that. Well, one of the top in their division, in their pool of the EYBL, right? Robert Miller suits back up, Hatter, for that game. He plays 14 minutes. No turnovers. Only 1 block. He misses all 3 of his field goal attempts. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Only 2 rebounds. And he finished with 1 point. In a 85-59 defeat. That was the last game that he played with Live On. So now my thing is this. Robert Miller can still make it. He has to, because he'll be going to Pango's camp. He'll be playing in Pango's camp next week in Las Vegas. And that's where Robert Miller had his national coming out party, was at Pango's 1 year ago. So now, this setting is where the marbles are at. If you poker players, everything is pushed in the middle of the table right now for Pangos. Why? Because many of the voters for those respective committees will be in attendance in Las Vegas at Pango's camp. That's why. So, and if you play well enough, We're not worried about who getting to the top 30 game or the top 60 game because most people inside the loop already know how Dino's and Trigonis and that top 30. Most of those guys are already pinned in before they even don't roll before they cut the lights on. So that's not even an issue. How is Robert Miller III going to play next week? I'm rooting for him.
It's next week.
I'm rooting for him. I'm hoping he can just bounce back because the talent level is greater. It's levels. See, there's the thing. Robert Miller played 16 and under last year when he played with his live-on team. He had never played 17U on this type of platform.
Right. It's different.
The length is different.
Absolutely.
Guys that haven't never, you guys
David,
that have
that's where the turnover is coming from. The length that he's playing, his passing lanes or the recovery of the team. I haven't seen the games, but I know if you're saying the length is better, the length got to do a lot with the turnovers.
A whole lot. A whole lot. And this is the part that people, and it's not bad, it's just that some people just can't get over that there really are those type of levels.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And because guys can say, well, I can play on this team, I can play on this. Yes, you probably could. But the guys that you're playing against, it's going to probably stunt your development, your growth, it's going to hinder you from and going to make you realize you are not who you think you are.
Them little layups them guys been getting pinned at the goal. All that little, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's different.
The charges that a lot of you guys take playing in the Chitlin circuit, you get in front of some of these guys, you're gonna take only one of them charges. You're gonna make a business decision when them guys coming through there. I'm just saying, them East Coast guys that's cut up and
like Jalen Dorn was doing them little boys.
They're gonna run dead over you. You're gonna hit your head, gonna hit the back of that flow, and you're gonna realize this ain't good business right here. It's different.
It is.
So now,
yeah,
I believe in Robert Miller III.
I know. Me too.
I'm hoping now, because now it makes me look good if you makes yourself look good as well. It ain't all about me.
So he our only hope.
Jared Harris was on this same team, and every game that we just played, Jared Harris played on that same team.
He shot all the balls too.
Jared Harris he had 22 in the first game out.
Yeah.
Second game he had 10. Jared Harris. Third game he had 18. Fourth game he only had 8. Mm-hmm. But he had 6 assists. Last game,
I can't wait.
7 points, 2 assists. Jared Harris. So as you can see, he started off heavy, then layered off toward the last 3 games.
Yeah, because they probably Jim at the end, they know they weren't gonna get in.
Yeah, but that's a time now. You know you can't get in.
You're supposed to get your money.
Me University.
You get your money then, right?
That's what I always tell you. If your ass ain't gonna, if you gonna get your ass whooped, you better get paid. Like that song said, "Get paid, young, get paid."
Hey, but man, so Jared Harris is another one. That's it.
Jared Harris is what I would count. I'll put it like this: if we're playing for you, bid with spade players right now.
He's a possible. He's a queen or a jack. Are you a queen?
You're a queen.
Them queens slip through sometimes.
Position, guys. For some of you guys gonna try to clip what we say.
Yeah. They're gonna clip.
In the essence of an analogy of playing cards and bidding your hand, that's what we say here, queen, not nothing else. Nothing else.
Right.
Jared Harris a dog. He a man.
Right. Yeah, you're man. Right.
So if you're bidding your books and the face on the book, his face would be on the queen or maybe even a jack, a spade. Yeah. A jack of spade. That's what he is. He's
a jack of spade. So he got a chance to make a book.
He got a chance to make a book.
Okay, that's all we want to say.
But hey, Al, Joker's in the deck now. Joker's in the deck.
Oh, he might not get in there. I forgot about them damn Joker. I forgot about them Joker.
So Robert Miller right now is a king.
Yeah.
Not a spade. He's a king of maybe king of clubs or something. But he's a king right now.
Sometimes them get cut. Sometimes them get cut. Especially in being weird. Now, I'm sorry. Come on.
So I mean, I just wanted to put that out there.
I like that. So we got two guys with a possible. We got two guys that
Chris McDermott doesn't. He missed this last session in favor of going to the prom. He went to the prom, Adam, so he didn't even go to Memphis. He stayed home. Booker T. Washington. Now, mind you, he's in 11th grade. So I guess sometimes some schools, 11th graders, they have a junior senior prom, at some schools. But Chris McDermott, no, he doesn't. Chris McDermott, we been in books right now for us getting in. We talking about McDonald's All-American game. Chris McDermott is like a
no. He ain't got
seven of spade right now.
Yeah,
you would have to be cutting make him to make that book.
Okay, so we got two guys, but Robert Miller, hey Miller, Thriller Miller, where you at? Thriller Miller, I know somebody gonna slice this up and send it to you because I know they watch it. Thriller Miller, go be Robert Thriller Miller, man. Don't go. Just go out there and be yourself.
For him, Robert Miller, Alfio, you got to understand. People was always say, and I this is the part I'm saying. Just chalk it up and just say didn't have a good weekend.
Yeah.
You don't have to go and say, well, man, Live On didn't play him right. They played him out of position. But man, they didn't. All the other guys were shooting up all the ball. No, man, guess what? You did not. Because guess what? You're the tallest guy on the court almost.
So every rebound should have been yours.
That's why I harnessed on those rebounds so hard, especially on the offensive glass. That's what we know him from. You could regulate.
Coach, I love Coach. So now understand, Ken Ding said he's already ranked way too high. What you mean by ranked way too high? And he hasn't really dominated true competition in summer. That's Adidas Gold is not that good. And if you look at his stats at Live On over the weekend, he didn't perform. I love his game, but the facts are the facts. I can respect that a lot better now since I've looked at it. Robert Miller is one of my favorite players. I haven't, but when I saw that, but now that I read it again, it's some validity. You have the validity to your statement. So
that's what we're going to be rooting for him. And once again, all eyes will be on Pango's camp. That's an All-American camp that takes place every year on the West Coast, and we'll see if he can bounce back and dominate. See, but take one thing about camps.
Yeah, ball beating ass guards. Oh my God!
Out of every 100 players, just say it was 100 players at the camp for safe math. There's going to be 10 players that's going to stick out to you like a sore thumb. You can watch them for 5 trips down the court, and you will be able to get each game, and you'll be able to pluck a combination of 10 players that's you're going to reach over and turn over to somebody and know what you're going to ask them. How did he get here? It's going to be 10 players. You're going to look at somebody like, what the hell is he doing out there? Who the hell voted him in? You don't even know the kid ain't. It's going to be 10.
Oh, you get voted into the Pangos camp?
You get a vote of approval by somebody. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's going to also be 10 players that is going to stick out. You're going to say, that dude, they're giving.
Do you have to pay to get in that camp, the players?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was just asking.
No.
Okay.
And once again.
So will Robert Miller be invited to them other camps?
Top 100?
Yeah.
He has my vote.
Okay.
But if he goes to Pangos and those numbers are looking like this, and
I think they'll be better. You got to understand, going on a team like that, Jimmy, at that's late in the season for one weekend, and you can sit up here. I'm not listening to me. Y'all got to hear me. I've seen this too many times. Yeah, especially you got a Texas kid coming on a Louisiana team. And man, hey, let me tell y'all something now. And then you go down there, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody. So you have to have the mindset is, like I tell them, dude, like Robert Miller, your hands should be orange by the time you get home. So what you mean? What you mean by my hands should be orange, Mr. Hatter? The rim is orange, right? So you should dunk everything you touch. The ball is orange, right? So you should be batting everybody out the air. If your hand should be orange, if I put orange paint on that rim and on that, guess what? That's what separates you big guys. I know you can shoot, but if you 6'11", you got to go here and play like you're 6'11", man. Just go play like you 6'11". I don't care what nobody else say. Play, look, man, I'm the baddest dude in this camp. Got to. You can't go in there because Jimmy told me something a long time ago. Robert, in these kind of camps, you just can't be all right if you want to stand out. A lot of people gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You got to do something that said, man, this dude done got every damn rebound. This dude done blocked every shot going to the rim. This dude done covered so much ground. He love that about big men. He was Jimmy. He was the first person down the floor. Jimmy, his first 3 steps was the fastest of anybody. They love that about big men, man. I just can't wait, and I know, and I hope somebody's clipping this. And I know that I've already told them, but coming from different ears, sometime it's better. But
and I want to reiterate, I want to emphasize, as I said before, of every 100 players at the camp, 10 is going to stink. 10 is going to play very well. They're going to be the magna cum laude of the camp. They're going to be the honor society of the camp. The other ones are going to be, they're going to be in Kevin Freidman class. What they call them, they're going to be they're going to be the most likely not to see. They're going to be the ones that's like, oh my God, he's horrible. Then the other 80%, you know what's going to happen when you call and check on them, and they're going to say, how little Johnny's doing? How's he doing over at the camp, man? Tell me about it. No, they're going to say, Hatter? What are they going to say? He doing good. He doing good. Good ain't good enough at elite camps. You can go put that on all the t-shirts you want. I'm going to tell you, good ain't good enough at an elite camp. At an elite camp, you have to be one of those top 10%ers. You got to be great. Who's playing great? Who's going to make everybody say, man, you remember that dude that number 54 or number what? Man, woo, man. That's the guys that everybody's going to say. You got to become one of them. And that's why camps ain't for everybody. Elite camps, that is. Elite camps aren't for everybody. There should be a camp to prepare elite players how to
go to elite camp.
Yes. No, yeah. Dead serious. There should be a camp to season those guys on what they
Jimmy, you need more than camp to do that, Jimmy. It's got to be in you, Jimmy. You can't go to no one camp and teach you how to. I'm telling you, this basketball don't work like
because some things you're going to learn by trial and error, but even your very first one,
okay.
You know what most parents tell their kids, or most people tell their kids on the airplane, on the drive there? What do they tell them to do when you go to their camp? When you get the ball, do what?
Shoot it.
Shoot it. So if everybody's shooting every ball they touch, then why are you so mad when the other guys ain't passing your kid the ball? You just told your kid to shoot the ball. They told their kid to shoot the ball too. So how you make
I ain't never told my son to shoot the ball in my life. Never told him to shoot it. I just said, dude, be the best defender out there. Because his little ass going to shoot it anyway, Jim. I ain't have to tell him to shoot. Tell him to shoot it. He going to look at me like, duh. I'm putting it. Y'all should, you got to reinforce things, man. All I tell him, I say, man, why don't you just be the best defender out here today? Y'all got to play games with these guys, man. You got to be play. Y'all got they still kids, y'all. Y'all treat them like they're adults, man. Robert Miller is still a young man, big fella. Look what they saying about you. After this weekend. Now it's your chance to go. Now you're gonna play in a different environment in a camp setting. You got to be ready for camp ball. Them little old ball beating ass guards ain't gonna pass you the ball. So you're gonna have to either steal it from your guy you guard, get it off the rim, You good enough to take. I've seen your videos. You're taking it down the floor on them guys that on the gold circuit. But you got to get your dribble a little bit tighter because these guys on this circuit, or these levels, they're gonna try to come at you. These smart guards gonna try to come at you. So you got to be hard with your dribble, man. And get that thing. Hold up, get that thing off the rebound and take it to full. Your big guy ain't gonna be no other big guys good if you. You better be better than every big guy out there, Rob. When you get on that plane, you should be thinking about who. If you got a list, you should be saying, "I'm finna bust his ass. I'm finna bust his ass. I'm finna bust." You should be, because that's what they saying about you, bro. I'm just telling you that, man. You got to take names. Remember John Henson? I'd never forget, y'all. We had a list. Who guys we gonna go? John Henson was ranked outside of the what? I don't know where he was ranked. We trying to get him to rank where he can get in the McDonald's game. The same thing he's doing right now, Jimmy. Get what we did. We saw DeMarcus, what the boy name? Not DeMarcus. DeMarcus Cousins' name up there, right? Let's go play him. Check him off the list. Bust him. Derek Favors. Let's go play him. Bust him. All these pros. Ronaldo Sidney. Let's go play him. All these guys. Bust him off. You got to go in there, man, because they're going in there like that on you, young fella. I'm telling you. They said Robert Miller from Texas. Oh, we love to play against them guys in Texas. You got to go in a mindset, man, that, man, whoever playing against you, he going to have 32 minutes. How many minutes they play? 32 minutes of hell. 36 minutes of hell. That's all. He said that's what Colin Sexton did. Absolutely. That's how, Jimmy, that's the mindset. That's the elite mindset you're talking about. That's the camp you talk. They got to have it in Jimmy. I'm telling you, man, I couldn't believe John was playing this good. John was DeMarcus Cousins. I thought John was going to be too skinny for him, but he was finessing it. I'm not finna wrestle with you, big fella. I'm finna finesse you and keep around it. You just, you got that. You just got to be ready, Rob. Take what my grandma used to say. You got to be kicking tail and caking name.
Absolutely.
Let's get out of here, Jim.
That's what it is. So, want to also, before we land the plane, want to give a shout out. I'll talk more tomorrow on JL3. They had the best record of all of the EYBL Texas-based teams. JL3, congratulations to them.
Yeah.
I shared more tomorrow, but they finished 10-7, which was in 7th place in their respective division of approximately 20 teams. JL3 been consistent pretty much all summer. They've only been on the 17U EYBL circuit for 3 seasons, and they've made it to Peach Jam all 3 seasons. Ashton Simmons from Beaumont Westbrook High School, he showed up and showed out, especially in the first 3 games. He was magnificent in those first 3 games.
I like
and
him.
Of course, his backcourt mate, who's also from Beaumont, and he's from Beaumont United, Cade Dotson.
Yeah. Cade was killing at first. What happened toward the end?
Ashton has hit a gear and found himself, but then remember, it's consistency, Hatter.
Okay.
Consistency. And I always, like I say, if I pointed it out, this is why I want to make an effort to get the hell up out of here.
Okay.
If I point it out for Robert Miller, I got to point it out for for Ashton Simmons. This is what I'm saying. First 3 games, Ashton Simmons, monster game out the first. He came out there with a win over Team Griffin with something on his mind. Check out this stat line. 31 minutes, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and a W.
What's the next one?
Next game, 32 minutes. He playing the whole game. 12 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, and a W.
I wouldn't take him out of the game either, but keep going.
Third game, Ashton Simmons, 29 minutes, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, on only 5 for 9 shooting, and a W.
5 for 9 is pretty good, Jim. But keep going. Okay.
So the 4th game on that last day is when, like I say, consistency. That was great. That's 3 out of 5 where you pretty much dominated.
Yeah.
But it levels off and it shows because the same Ashton Simmons wasn't producing at the same clip, it resulted in an 87-71 loss. Now, mind you,
so they needed him to be great to win.
Here's what he did: 32 minutes.
Okay.
2 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. 1 for 8.
How many shots he take?
1 for 8 from the field.
Oh, he was missing.
So understand. So as good as he played, this is against.
I still like that. I still like that.
No, but here's my point. As good as you played those other 3,
yeah.
Whoever the guard is for Team Thad, if you try to convince them that this dude here is the truth, they're going to recite exactly.
And Team Thad was in Memphis, and they at home.
Team Thad is one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the EYBL.
They are? You remember they used to be on the Adidas circuit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Was it Adidas or was it Under Armour?
Adidas, because Thad was with Adidas. Yeah.
So understand. So now they had one more game to play out. One more game. Right. Same day.
Okay.
Ashton Simmons played 24 minutes. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 for 6 from the field in an 81-61 loss. So when Ashton Simmons did not perform well statistically and dominant in the form of which he did the first 3, they won all 3 of those. So that's the. He
said Thad won UA, but he was. I don't know about every year, but I remember one year he was team Adidas because he wore Adidas.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about one year he won UA, but keep going.
So I just wanted to put that point out there. Once again, shout out to JL3. They have punched their ticket, an automatic bid into Peach Jam. And that's not easy to do.
That's not easy to do.
3 years ever.
In a row. Okay.
And on 17U, first 3 years on 17.
That's good. That's a good record.
You have found a way to just earn it and get on up in that hall. And guess what? Chris, I mentioned earlier, Chris McDermott plays for JL3, but he didn't even make a trip this weekend. They did it without Chris McDermott. Because he went to the prom. His girl, his lady friend, is a 12th grader, according to one of the viewers on the Boom Boom Room.
Yeah.
So this is what I just want to, and don't get it twisted.
They made Peach Jam. Yeah. So and then they got my guard, Jarrell Barron.
Yeah, Tascasita.
I like him.
Did well in his role. As you keep winning, kids like him will play their way into the graces of Division I recruiting.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is keep winning. That's what most people that don't like it and don't believe in that, those are the ones who don't win. He's a winner at Tascasita. He's a winner with JL3. Barron is one of those kids that's gonna get it out the mud. And guess what? Yeah. It'll come on. If it don't come in the wash, it'll come out in the rinse with him. That's good. It's got to be consistent. And so, but that's pretty much it for the day,
man. That did good today. I didn't know you was gonna go there. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, man. I wanted to get that out there so people can realize. I see you. Shout out to Favre. He said them kids play hard at JL3. Yeah. Oh yes, his brother is the coach.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about the connection. That's right. His brother, Anthony Favre, is the head from Maid Creek High School. Is the head coach of JL3, and JL3 actually all of their coaches.
High school coaches?
Or high school coaches. Or high school coaches. Okay. And it's kind of funny. That's another topic for tomorrow.
What?
If people saying that the AAU coaches don't know what they're doing.
Coach. So they're saying the high school coaches don't know what they're doing either.
The high school coaches.
They said the high school coaches don't know what they're doing either, though.
Yeah. So
these people be saying the high school coaches don't, they teachers.
Oh, okay.
They just get a stipend. They don't get paid to coach. They just get paid they get a stipend to coach. That what these mammas and daddies be talking around here.
That's unbelievable.
It can't nobody coach. Can't nobody coach but the mom and daddy of the kid. Them the only people who can coach. Because they gonna tell you everything that should be going on with their team.
Unbelievable. Y'all share the show on the way out the door, man. Be right back at it on this weekend. Don't forget, we got the June Classic taking place this weekend over in the Missouri City area. gonna be out that way. Gonna go to the other side of town. He done turn right there in a long time, man. The other side of town.
What's out there? What places out there?
We got Dulles High School, Dulles Middle School, and the Zone. We'll be at.
Don't forget too, Jimmy. We'll talk about it tomorrow. On Monday, the Bernardine Golf Classic gonna be on Monday, man. I can't wait. I'm on the board of the foundation. I'll be there. I mean, I just want everybody to come out there and show out. It ain't gonna be no normal golf tournament, Jimmy. Jimmy, they're gonna be getting it in. They're gonna DJ. They're gonna have everything out there. So it's gonna be like no other golf. You remember, Jimmy? You went to the church golf tournament with me, right? You couldn't get no sip. You ain't gonna have no problem getting a sip of something out here. Now, how about that? You ain't gonna have no problem getting no sip out here.
I'm the old school. I don't want to sip nor swallow, but the whole damn bottle.
We can leave on that one. I like it.
We up out here. Shout out to we out the door. Time to slide on down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing, man. Peace. See you guys on tomorrow. We up out here.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.